All right, get this. You gather one person for every single age, from 1-year-old all the way to 100, and then you make them compete in a whole series of absolutely brutal challenges. Now, this isn't just some crazy thought experiment. It's a real social experiment we're going to break down, and it was all designed to answer one single fascinating question.
And there it is. What is humanity's peak age? Is it our teens? Maybe our 20s? Our 40s? Well, this whole competition is set up to try and find a real answer by literally pitting every age against each other in a massive battle of skill, strategy, and sheer endurance.
I mean, the scale of this is just incredible. 100 contestants, a full century of human life represented right there. From a 1-year-old to a 100-year-old, they're all starting on the exact same line.
And the stakes? Oh, they couldn't be higher. $250,000 is on the line. So this is not just some friendly competition, right? This is a prize that is going to push every single one of these people to their absolute limit. So, how on earth do you even start to whittle down 100 people?
Well, it starts with the phase that can only be described as the Great Culling. And let me tell you, it's designed for nothing but pure, ruthless elimination. We're talking about cutting the field in half almost right away.
The very first challenge is a simple foot race, but the rule is what makes it so brutal. See, only the first 5 people from each decade, the 20s, 30s, 40s, and so on, to cross that finish line get to move on. That means 50 people, half of the contestants, are gone after just one event.
The survivors then move on to dodgeball. Here, they're split into teams based on their age. You've got the under-20s, the 20-somethings, the 30-somethings, and then everyone 40 and over. And as you can probably guess, this is where those age-based rivalries and alliances really start to heat up.
You know, in the middle of all this chaos, you get these absolutely wonderful, pure moments. Like when the 6-year-old, just trying to figure out the rules, asks this. It's just a hilarious and honestly adorable reminder of the incredible range of humanity that's competing here.
So the result of that dodgeball game? It was a complete and utter massacre. The younger teams just wiped the floor with the older generations. In fact, after only 2 challenges, every single contestant over the age of 40 was eliminated from the entire competition. It's a pretty brutal data point, suggesting these early challenges heavily favor explosive power and speed over things like wisdom or experience.
So, with the field now dramatically narrowed down to just the under 40 crowd, the competition totally shifts gears. The challenges are no longer about just raw numbers. Now it's all about teamwork, complex skills, and dealing with some serious pressure.
Okay, the next challenge is this crazy thing called the Dunk Tank Relay, a super complex, multi-stage race. It kicks off with archery to dunk a teammate who then has to swim to collect a bunch of ladder rungs. Then, a final team member uses those rungs to build a ladder and slap a buzzer. It's a test of precision, speed, and construction, all rolled into one.
And the drama was just intense. I mean, you had teams falling behind, others making these incredible comebacks, and it all came down to this frantic race to build those ladders. Only the first 3 teams to hit their buzzers would survive, which means even more contestants were about to have their dreams totally crushed. And this really highlights the emotional toll of the competition. After a heartbreakingly close loss, one of the eliminated contestants was an 8-year-old girl. But a competitor was right there to comfort her, reminding her what an amazing achievement it was just to get that far. It's a really tough, but also kind of beautiful moment.
So, the remaining contestants now face a complete change-up. The teams, they're gone. From here on out, it's every person for themselves in a series of intense head-to-head duels.
So here's how it works. The youngest person left gets to pick anyone they want to face in a soccer penalty kick. They can choose to be the kicker or the goalie. The winner moves on, the loser is immediately out. Simple as that.
The very first duel was between the 6-year-old and the 7-year-old. And if you're thinking this is going to be some cute, friendly match, you would be very, very wrong. When the 7-year-old was asked if he'd eliminate the 6-year-old, he did not hesitate for a second. I will get her out for the money. That competitive spirit, man, it is real at any age. And just like that, one by one, contestants were picked off in these super tense duels where a single kick was the difference between victory and defeat. After all was said and done, the massive field was narrowed all the way down to our final 6.
For the semifinal, the game changes yet again. This isn't about a quick burst of skill anymore. Nope, this is a pure test of physical and mental endurance. It's really designed to find out who wants it the most.
So the challenge is simple. Just hold a rope that's attached to a mannequin weighing a percentage of your body weight. But as this timeline shows, the weight just keeps increasing every 5 minutes, from 10% all the way up to 30%. The only rule is, whatever you do, don't let go.
But then, just when everyone's at their breaking point, they introduce a massive twist. A brand new Tesla is rolled out onto the floor. And the deal is, the next person to drop their rope, the next person to lose, wins the car. All of a sudden, quitting comes with this huge reward. And it creates this incredible dilemma. Do you give up your shot at 250 grand for a guaranteed Tesla? After one person makes the smart move and takes the Tesla, and a few others just physically can't hold on any longer, we are left with our final two. It is finally time to answer the question this whole giant experiment was designed to ask. And here they are. In one corner, we have the 28-year-old, a guy who, statistically speaking, is right in the middle of his athletic prime. And in the other corner, the 7-year-old, who has just defied every single expectation, beating out 98 other people to be standing here.
And their motivations for being here are about as different as their ages. The 28-year-old, he wants to pay off his wife's student loans, a goal totally driven by family and responsibility. The 7-year-old's motivation? Just pure, unfiltered, competitive drive. I'm winning this money.
The final challenge came down to a basketball shootout. And in the end, athletic prime won the day. The 28-year-old clinched the victory and the $250,000. So, according to this one experiment, the prime age of humanity is 28.
So the experiment found its peak age for athleticism. But it leaves us with one last, really crucial question. Is that the only way to measure a person's prime? I mean, think about it. The 7-year-old didn't win, but he outlasted 98 other people, many of them way older and stronger. His journey kind of suggests that grit, heart, and maybe a little bit of luck can be just as powerful, leaving all of us to wonder, what does it truly mean to be in your prime?